So welcome to my little victory garden. It's the first Sunday in 2026 and my birthday this year. So we are looking at my garden. I'm going to try to do about 2 garden tours, one at the beginning and one at the middle of each month, instead of trying to do them every week. But there's not a whole lot going on right now. So this is probably going to be pretty short. As you can see, I've got lots of onions going here and some elephant garlic over there. I am trying to cover these in the rare moments it's gotten really cold. I think we've had like 2 days and not in a row that have been, maybe 3. But none of the days are in a row that was actually very cold. We've had 80 degrees here in December. It's, warm enough that I'm in a t-shirt right now. Let's see. Let's see, I've got one lettuce growing right there. See that? I've started some lettuce seeds inside. I'll show you because they've already started sprouting. It's only been a couple of days. This bed is the one that held my peppers and eggplant. I still got some parsley here that was nicely shaded by all the pepper plants. I'm probably going to pull that in the next week or 2 and dry the rest of that. I've already dried a big bunch of parsley. But this is going to get cleared out to be potatoes when my seed potatoes come in. Directly across from that is my kale and turnips and radishes. And there's like 1 carrot that successfully sprouted. And there's also a leek left over that had taken a while to start growing. I'll probably harvest that in the next few days. Most of the kale is looking okay, and I will eat it. The turnip greens are, but yeah, I am still managing to actually, it's only day 4 of the year, but I have managed so far to eat something from my garden every day. Over here we have my soft-necked garlic. You will notice this empty patch right there. There were some distinct holes. I filled it in with some compost, but something is obviously eating these things. You see some of these holes over here, although I don't think I actually had anything planted there. I've got some weeds I need to pull, but yeah, okay. So starting here along the fence line, it looks like my bells of Ireland have sprouted. My Texas tarragon is still doing well, probably because it hasn't really had any significant cold days. I need to figure out something to put in here because the raspberry and strawberry is dead. The blackberries, though, are all very happy. I do want to plant something kind of at the base of these to act as a living mulch. And, oh look, some more bare spots. And then that's my artichoke. It had been infested with aphids, so I cut it back quite a bit. You still see ants crawling all over it. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm hoping it'll survive. I'll spray it down. I just don't want to take the cover off my hose to do that. I am so lazy. So we get into the asparagus, and my grapes here. But my asparagus is finally starting to turn brown. But then I have asparagus coming up. It's still too soon for me to feel comfortable harvesting yet. I will probably start harvesting next year though. But here we are in January, and asparagus is coming up. Nearly every one of these crowns has some fresh asparagus. I need to clean up this. This is where my oregano is. And there's actually still some leaves hanging onto this grape here. And oh look, more asparagus. I eventually want to get this all filled in front of the grapes with asparagus. I have this Swiss chard still hanging in there. I've had it a little over 2 years now. I'm really kind of surprised it's still going. I thought they only had like a 18-month lifespan. And another grape. This is Tabasco pepper that I have not got cut down. I got the huge sorrel hibiscus, which is what that root is from, cut down. I want to cover it with some compost when I have a chance. But right now my compost is getting used for something else. I'll show you that later. It's in the front yard. My lavender here, this is an English Munstead lavender, is actually doing pretty well. I understand it's not really supposed to do that well here in Texas, but it does get enough shade here being under the rose. And then this one over here gets shaded by the rose. And, oh, there is some trash back there. I need to get that pulled up. Hold on. I'm not sure where that came from. But my sage here. And then we have some more Swiss chard. The spicy oregano. That rue. And, oh, that sage smells so good after I went tromping through there. Some more parsley. This is a huge plant. Don't think I've ever grown parsley quite this big before. It gets so hot here and usually kills it off. And then my rosemary and my French thyme. So this is my green stalks. I'm going to say these actually have been more work than my main garden, partially because I am a lazy gardener. And I can just kind of plant things, water them occasionally, and they do well in our Texas clay. And my failures are, minor enough that they're really not that big a deal. I have yet to have much success with my green stalks. Although the parsley is doing pretty good up here, as is the dill. This might just become an herb bed going forward. So my front yard here is pretty stark, but you can more easily see where I've got up air layering the figs. I've got 2 branches I'm going to cut off this spring. But look at that. It's already putting on more growth. I've got some aged chicken bedding down there that I mulched with. And over here, my flower bed's looking kind of sad. I'm hoping to get this more filled in this spring, but this rose is putting on some hips. That's my purple floor show. I don't know why it's called that. It is a dark pink rose, kind of like a magenta color. This is my pomegranate that hasn't flowered in years. And over here is what I wanted to show you. We are building a garden bed. It's going to be kind of like a hedge here of blackberries. Right now it has some cardboard, and I tried solarizing it. It did not work. Our Bermuda grass is just very strong. But I've put in some aged chicken bedding. I'm now working on layering it with some compost. That is taking some time. And then I will mulch over it. I picked up some mulch yesterday from someone who'd gotten a bunch from the chip drop. But yeah, this is my yard. I'm so looking forward to spring when everything starts to turn green again. But yeah, this should be more exciting in a few weeks. And this is where I've got my seeds going in my pantry. These are the seeds I sowed 2 and 3 days ago. I still have like 6 cells I've not put anything in, but a good portion of the lettuces have sprouted. The black-seeded Simpson has not sprouted at all. Those seeds are pretty old. And then the celosia over here has all sprouted, but none of the other herbs yet. But that's it. That's all we've got right now. Oh, and then I've got all the little things that I had, the nasty thing with the fungus gnats that I've been trying to deal with. But these are all things that I dealt with cuttings of last year that are going out in the garden. Hopefully this spring.